Hello everyone, and a warm welcome back. After a long, dreary winter, it's finally time to welcome the warmth and renewal of spring. Fellow chicken keepers, I invite you to join me in celebrating this vibrant season with a spring chicken run, deep, clean and refresh. Can you feel the energy in the air? The days are getting longer, the sun is shining brighter, and our girls are eager to stretch their wings in a refreshed environment. This is our chance to bid farewell to the remnants of winter and create a revitalized sanctuary for our beloved feathered companions. Together, we'll embark on a transformative journey, giving the entire chicken run a thorough deep clean from top to bottom. Every nook and cranny will be scrubbed until it gleams, providing a sparkling clean canvas for new beginnings. But our efforts won't stop there. We'll also introduce a vibrant array of enrichment elements, carefully designed to stimulate the natural curiosities and behaviors of your flock. Imagine their delight as they explore novel sights, textures and activities tailored to their unique needs. With my trusty supplies at the ready, I'm filled with excitement to guide you through this rejuvenating process. Let's seize this opportunity to breathe new life into their living quarters and give them an environment that celebrates the joys of spring and nurtures their overall well-being. Who's ready to embark on this spring chicken run deep clean and refresh and create a sanctuary worthy of our feathered friends' boundless spirit? The time for transformation is now. But this isn't just about making things look pretty. A thorough spring cleaning is absolutely crucial for preventing the spread of nasty poultry illnesses like avian influenza or bird flu. Bird flu is a contagious respiratory virus that can really make our feathered friends feel under the weather with symptoms like coughing, sneezing and breathing issues. The virus can linger in a cooped-up environment and even get tracked inside by wild birds. Gross, right? And avian influenza is no joke. It can have very real, serious consequences for anyone keeping poultry, whether commercially or just as backyard pets. In the UK just last year, there were nationwide housing orders mandating that all bird owners had to keep their poultry inside and follow strict biosecurity protocols due to an avian flu outbreak. Imagine not being able to let your chickens out to roam and forage like normal for weeks or months at a time. So you can see why it's so crucial to be proactive about biosecurity and do everything possible to reduce disease risks. Avian influenza isn't just a minor inconvenience. It can potentially wipe out an entire flock. And we're off. It's full demolition mode. I'm starting by clearing out all the old wood chip bedding and flooring from the main run area. Using a rake, shovel and boxes that fit through the narrow run door, I'm removing every last bit of this soiled material and loading it onto the compost pile. We want to get this area as stripped down to the bare ground as we can. With the run fully cleared out, it's the perfect opportunity to inspect for areas that need repairing or patching up. I'm doing a thorough check of the walls, roof and ground, keeping an eye out for any cracks, holes or areas of damage from weather exposure over the winter months. Any weak spots or potential entry points need to be sealed up to prevent unwanted pests or predators from getting inside. Along the edge, it looks like some burrowing animals had their way, digging up patches of the hard ground. I'll fix that by screwing a bit of board to the base, refill those holes with fresh soil and compacting it down firmly. With the run repaired and reinforced, I can feel confident that I've pretty much sealed off most potential entry points for disease vectors, like rodents or migratory birds. It's a good first step before moving on to the deep cleaning and disinfection process. Next, I'm stripping this place down to the bare walls. Feeders, waterers, nesting boxes, everything must go. I'll be hosing down all the equipment outside, scrubbing it clean and disinfecting to put back in later. Now, for the cleaning solution to tackle these walls and surfaces, I'm using a pet-safe disinfectant made with white vinegar. You could use a diluted bleach mix, but I prefer the more natural vinegar scent. I'll be vigorously scrubbing every single nook and cranny with this solution, a sponge and a stiff bristle brush. We don't want to leave any potential viruses hiding in cracks or crevices. Now, if you happen to have a power washer on hand, now is the time to break that bad boy out. Just be sure to go slowly with a wide fan-shaped nozzle on a low pressure setting to avoid damaging any surfaces. I'm just using mine to hit crusty bits from the surface of the roost bars and wooden floor, which will make it much easier to scrub afterwards. After all that intense scrubbing and power washing, it's time to really disinfect and sanitize. I've made up a disinfectant solution that I'll be spraying liberally according to the product instructions and letting air dry. Virkon S is a broad spectrum virucidal disinfectant. That's also recommended by DEFRA. You really can't be too cautious when it comes to protecting your flock from potential disease spread. Once that disinfectant has had a chance to work its magic, we'll start to put the coop back together. Finally, for the deep cleaning, I need to deal with all this old soiled bedding taken out of the run. But instead of just tossing it, I'm going to add it to my compost bin. Chicken poop might seem like waste, but it's actually a goldmine for your garden. Packed with nitrogen, which is a key nutrient for plant growth, chicken manure acts like a slow-release fertilizer when composted. And the best part is that the chickens have already done some of the job for you. Over the winter, they've dug, scratched and mixed their own manure into the brown carbon wood chip materials, creating a balanced compost mix that when added to the heap, it's off to a great start. Your veggies and plants will be super glad for it next year. With this coop fully cleaned and disinfected down to the studs, it's time to start refilling and refreshing. These wood shavings are easy to source and are cheap. They work great as a base layer for their nest boxes under the straw and as an absorbent base under the roost bars. They make the weekly task of poop picking a breeze. As I layer and spread these fresh shavings into the run, I want to make sure I get nice, thick, fluffy coverage. Out with the old, soiled nesting material, and in with fresh, soft shavings and lots of straw for the ladies to relax and lay their eggs in. We want these spaces to be as clean and comfy as possible, but we're not done refilling yet. I'm also going to replenish the ground cover for the run area itself, using those wood chips I foraged earlier. I'll be shoveling and raking the chips out to create a fresh, clean base layer across the entire run floor. This wood chip bedding helps mulch the ground, insulate against temperature changes, and gives the girls an organic material to dig, scratch and forage in, like they would in nature. Next year's compost. As I'm spreading the chips, I make sure to get full coverage by raking it nice and evenly across the whole run area. I'll be creating a nice thick layer of chips, as they are guaranteed to dig a few deep dust bathing pits. The chips allow them to dig down and fling that pulverized material through their feathers. With that fresh, earthy smelling bedding laid down, this outdoor run is really starting to shape up and feel like a natural, healthy environment for the flock to explore. Breathing in that woodsy aroma, you can just imagine how happy the girls will be. But we're not stopping there. Since we went to all this effort for a deep clean, I want to take it a step further by turning this run into an enrichment extravaganza for my girls. You see, enrichment isn't just about giving chickens toys to peck at for entertainment, though that is part of it. It's also about providing mental stimulation that encourages their natural instincts and behaviours like foraging, dust bathing and pecking. I got my hands on a few store-bought chicken toys and boredom busters. Check out this xylophone toy I'm installing. The colourful keys will drive them wild with pecking curiosity, and you can't forget about shiny items. I'm sticking some of these reflective mirrors at different levels to keep their eyes and minds engaged on the shimmery distraction. And these shiny glitter balls will also keep them interested. For a real foraging challenge, I picked up these mesh treat nets that I can fill with yummy snacks and greens. I'll hang them around at varying heights, so the ladies really have to scratch, peck and work to get those goodies out. It's amazing mental and physical exercise. This assortment of varying height roosts and perches will also keep them happy. Not only do they encourage the chickens' natural pecking order habits, but having different levels gives their feet and bodies a place to rest when they need a break from foraging and playtime. Finally, and because they really like the noise-making musical instruments, they're getting this, a baby piano. That'll help rock the night away. Now, where's their Elton John glasses? Well, there you have it. We took this run from a dark, grey, winter-worn, shabby, soiled wreck to an enrichment-packed paradise. The girls are starting to explore all their new digs, play areas and mind-engaging activities. They've already started tunnelling to the centre of the Earth. Hopefully, the deep cleaning and disinfecting we did will prevent any nasty bugs or viruses like avian influenza from taking hold. And the enrichment items will ensure they stay mentally and physically stimulated instead of bored and stressed. A fully refreshed and engaged flock is a healthy, happy flock. This kind of run revamp is definitely a big effort, but I tried to make it as low cost as possible with free foraged wood chips and low cost bedding. Also DIYing the roost bars. Really, the most expensive bits were the extravagances they didn't really need, that is, the piano. To me, it's 100% worth the work to give my chickens an amazing home environment at least once a year. Plus, it was basically a full workout for me too with all that scrubbing. If you enjoyed following along on this coop transformation, be sure to like, comment and subscribe for more chicken keeping adventures. I'm already dreaming up some fresh new video ideas to hatch. Until next time, my friends, cheers!